College coaches, you got to recruit local talent. You got to recruit local talent. It's a must for every program in the country. Now, it's not a must because you need that player. That player may not be the right level to make a dent in your program or an impact. But you got to recruit the local talent. And here's what I mean. There's a return on investment for doing it. Plus, it's the right thing to do. So within your community, you're trying to take your program, your facility, and be a community hub. So recruit that local kid. Maybe that kid's level of play, maybe his or hers universal tennis rating isn't the right level even to be a part of your team. Maybe their world tennis number isn't the right level. Maybe their USTA ranking's not the right level. But again, do it because it's the right thing. Plus, you'll get a return on the investment. So you can simply call the kid, hey, we would like for you to come over here to take a visit, meet with us. Maybe it takes a couple hours, 2-3 hours max, between you and your assistant coach and support staff. But by doing so, if it's a really good player, or someone strong enough, but you know that they're going to go away to college, because a lot of people want to go away to college, is by doing that, you might not get them the first time, but maybe they transfer and they want to come back home. So it could be a player that is going to impact your program and make a difference. So maybe you get them the second time around. Don't get caught up in the imaginary objection. The imaginary objection is that you're imagining the objection that they don't want to go to college near home. So if it's a player that necessarily isn't going to fit into your program, it could be the right thing, because you could end up with a fan out of this, because you want local fans to come there. So showing interest in local recruits helps you get a fan base. It could be that high school coach, that private coach, and so forth. Also, it could be a donor. I mean, I've seen people whose sons, their fathers are CEO of large companies or corporations, or they're very successful in the private business sector. Give other people a reason to invest into your community hub. That could be fundraisers for scholarships. It could impact that. It could impact facilities, or just fans, man. So you could just ask the recruit, come take a look at our place. Let's do a 2 or 3 hour visit. And this will give the recruits something to compare as they go to other colleges to visit. So one, it could be good feedback for you, for your program. Hey, what did you think about the visit? What do you think we could do a little bit better? So forth and so on. So it could have a huge impact, return on investment for recruiting the local talent. Plus, it's the right thing to do, right? It's absolutely the right thing to do. A couple of stories. When I was coaching at Norfolk State, I recruited Zoe Frazier as a freshman, and at the time I think she had went to Radford, but I knew I wasn't going to get her the first time. But she went to Radford and she decided to transfer, come back home. Boom, there we were. And Zoe Frazier certainly had an impact in our women's team at Norfolk State. We recruited heavily when I was at Old Dominion. We recruited Michael Duquette, and he got away from us. We recruited him hard, recruited his parents hard, but it's kind of hard. We lost out to Virginia, but we really didn't lose out, because his mother went to Virginia, his father went to Virginia, and his father was the captain of the lacrosse team. Michael was going to Virginia, we know that, but man, we made it hard for them, and we offered a lot of money. And by us offering a lot of money, Virginia actually had to offer a little bit more. I think we beat Michael a couple of times. We beat Virginia a couple of times there, but we recruited Michael hard, very hard. Then we also locally recruited Nate Grover, who was kind of a football player, basketball player, played in Old Dominion's top 6 Millie Canarkett. Oh, that was a hard recruit. We got her though. 1400 SAT, a direct spot in the med school. When we got her, not only was she a talented 3-time state champion, but financially she was an in-state full scholarship. In-state full scholarship is a lot cheaper than an out-of-state full scholarship, thousands of dollars. And we won the conference with her. She played number 4, and we won at Old Dominion. We won the conference. William & Mary won that conference 17 straight years in a row. But we won it, Old Dominion women's tennis, on number 18. Brian Calvis was the coach at that time. So he got so depressed about that situation, he became the coach at Carolina. Looks like he recovered from that one nicely. But going back to the story, the narrative. College coaches recruit local talent. It's going to have a return on investment in multiple ways. It could be donors, it could be fans, it could be players. It's going to help you out. Worst thing it's going to cost you is a little bit of time, 2 or 3 hours. And get rid of those imaginary objections if the kid is a talented player who could help you out. Don't ever imagine an objection. In fact, when if you're getting some real rejections, don't even imagine those. Just keep going. So, college coaches, please recruit those local tennis players and make your community hubs a lot stronger.